So this is my life with Will, by the way, because he is a peacemaker. He doesn't add fuel to the fire. Like
Right.
sometimes you're with a partner that like loves a drama. They want you to, to tear you apart from your family. Yeah, that's like red flag city right there, by the way. This is a healthy relationship where he sees, oh my gosh, your family is so wonderful, so supportive. Wait a second, there's a problem. Let me help solve this. I know, look at your face. You're like, I am pretty awesome.
Yeah, I made your list. Look at that.
So today we're celebrating 15 years married, and I have Teddy here to celebrate.
I'm back.
I'm so excited because this is for you amazing women who want to get married. You want to find your happily ever after, and I'm going to tell you how. And it's not magic and it's not luck. There really were steps for us that I took that got us to the altar. Okay. And really quickly, like this is another thing, a lot of people looked at us when we first started dating and, 4 months in, that's when we became like official. Right. And,
I asked you to be mine.
yes, you asked me to be mine. That's a whole, oh my God, that happened on Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was actually so cute. Wait a second. You should tell that part.
Yeah. So you were gone on vacation for a few days in some part of Florida, Amelia Island.
Yes.
You got back on Christmas Day, and I had prepared some gifts for you, and I went over to your apartment and
But
showed
wait a
up at
second,
your door.
before you got to my apartment, I was away and we were driving back and we got into a really bad car accident.
Yeah, that's right.
I was with my twin and her boyfriend at the time, right? And it was so scary. And I remember the feeling of, oh my gosh, the car next to us, the pickup truck, huge car, lost control, started banging into us. And I remember thinking of you. I was like, I can't believe I was crazy about you. And I was like, I can't believe we're not official yet. I was like, and now I'm going to die. And now we can't. Oh, this is so sad because it really felt like our car was going to flip over. Anyway, next, because it was raining, it's a whole thing. So anyway, next thing you know, we're okay. But the first thing I do is I call Will and I tell him about it. Because I think a part of me felt like, I'm like, life is fleeting and you don't know how long you have. And I kind of wanted Will to know, like, get it together. Because I wanted us to be official before that 4-month mark.
Get off your ass, move it.
Yes, I wanted to be official before then. And
I was playing hard to get,
Were you? Is that what? No, he was doing the have my cake and eat it too. That's what he was trying to do. But as soon as wait a second, this is all really important because everyone needs to know this, okay? I'm all about the emotional connection before the physical. And I really took my advice on that because Will and I did take it slow. I waited a month, right? And then when I decided, okay, we're going to be intimate right after a month. I thought in my head we're official now. So it's 1 month after we met. And Will had different thoughts. He didn't.
I didn't sign no contract.
He didn't sign no contract. Okay, you guys stay with me because this is important. As you guys are dating and you're putting yourself out there, at the end of the day, right? You don't want to just have dating endlessly. Like for me, I really wanted a commitment. So I thought, okay, I waited a month. That's a long time to have sex. That's great. And a month later, we have sex, and then I have a conversation with him afterwards, and he is like, oh yeah, but like I'm not sure if I'm ready for a commitment. So then what did I tell you? I say to you then
you close the doors on me.
I closed that door to sex time. Yeah, that was like that's gonna be bye. I said, hey, look, I respect that, but I don't want to be intimate with someone that may be dating other people, right? And he's like, oh, you really make a guy shit or get off the pot. You said that.
Were those my words?
Those were your freaking words. I didn't even understand it when you said it. I was like, what? Okay, so this is it. Fast forward. We have a month now, right? So this is the third month that we have this conversation. We have 1 month of just dating, no physical, and
great month, by the way.
Great month. It was an amazing month. And then Christmas comes. It was Christmas Day. It's like so appropriate because of Christmas stuff.
Wearing my Christmas shirt.
I know. And he comes to my door with a huge box, wrapped, huge. And then inside, and on top, there's like cookies that he made from scratch. And
S'mores cookies.
s'mores cookies. And there's like a little note on the top, and I'm eating the cookies, and you're like,
You like threw the cart aside. You're like, like, you know when Cookie Monster eats it and all the cookie parts are flying around.
they were so good. Like, he's such a good baker. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is crazy. And then he's like, oh, there's a note there. So I was like, oh, I open it. It says, will you be mine? Oh my God, do we have that here? We should show that. That'd
No,
be the
I think
cutest.
it's a
Okay,
story.
okay.
We have it. We have it.
Okay, I will post that. Okay, so now we're officially boyfriend and girlfriend. And this is since we met 4 months ago, okay? 6 months later, he proposes. Totally surprises me. That's a whole other story, another episode.
I had to take her off the market.
Yeah, this is so cute. And this is what I want you guys to get from this episode, okay? How we got to, our wedding day. People are like, oh my God, that was so quick. That's so crazy. It's not. It's not. You know what's crazy is when you date the wrong guy for months or years and you don't know what the hell you're doing. This was so intentional. Remember, Will was the first guy that ever made it past the first hour with me on a date. When I had that clarity, when I knew my worth, when I knew, oh my gosh, this is what I want in a partner and I'm not going to settle for anything less. Why are you laughing?
I'm thinking things too. I'm like,
what are you thinking?
well, no, that's what was going through my head right before I proposed. I was like, I guess before I bought the ring, I was like, kind of like one of those questions to yourself, like, what am I doing? Like, what, we're dating, but I didn't have an official list, but I was thinking to myself, this girl checks everything off my list. Why not get married? I mean, like, what else am I waiting for to show up?
Yeah.
So if it everything checks your list, you're like, well, let's just lock it down. Let's
Smart guy. He's such a smart guy. I swear to you. So he does, and he proposes. And then listen to this. This is hilarious. It was June 25th that you asked me, right? And he is like, let's have a December wedding. December 15th, right? Today. And he's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. December. So I call my dad. I'm like, Dad, Mom, I'm so excited. December, we decided. And my dad's like, Jackie, your twin sister is getting married in, what was it? August. And, in our tradition, I don't know what you guys do, but the bride's family pays for the wedding. So my parents are like, we need time to recuperate. Your twin is getting married in August, and that doesn't give us enough breathing time for December. So we hang up. We're like, no worries. We'll just get married next year.
So then I started to rethink it.
No, you did. No, wait, I hang up, and then my dad calls me back, like literally like 2 minutes later. They're like, and we're thinking, oh, we'll just get married next year. Like, no worries. And then my parents call like, Jackie, we've been thinking, you know what? Let's do it. Get married in December. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are the cutest.
Why did they say that?
They didn't tell me until later. They're like, Jackie, by the way, we changed the day to do December because if you waited any longer, you might screw this. They loved Will so much. They're like, oh my gosh, Will is so special. And we don't want Jackie to ruin it because who knows what can go wrong. So my dad wanted to be done. He's like, let's marry her off. And so we had the best engagement because it was short. My parents were super like, don't worry, don't stress. Everything's amazing. And my dad says, Jackie, there's not going to be any dancing. So this is something that I'm telling you.
Oh, they planned the wedding.
They planned the wedding. They planned the whole thing. But
they took that all off our hands, which was amazing.
It was amazing. But
they're like, don't worry about it. We'll pick out the location, the cake, all the flowers, blah, 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 blah. They picked out everything.
Yes, it was amazing. And
thank you.
Yeah. This is why they love you. You're such a suck up. Okay. So then my dad's like, there's not going to be any dancing. I go, hello, Dad. Will and I met dancing. Like, how is this? Like, we can't not have dancing at our wedding. And my dad was like, no. And it became a fight, like me against my parents. This shows so much from Will. You know what Will says? Will's like, babe, let me talk to your dad. I was like, what? You want to talk to my dad? I was like, what is this? And he is this guy. What did you say?
I said, you listen here.
No, he doesn't. No, he didn't. You're so not that guy.
No, I said, look, this is a wedding. I think, we both love music and dancing, and it was part of, when we met. So, can we get a DJ to play some songs after the dinner and all that? And what'd they say?
No, my dad said, yeah. Like it was like the easiest. It was so actually annoying because I was like, Dad, like, when I was saying it, I was like, no, no, no. Will comes in, hey. He's like a peacemaker. He's a peacemaker. He comes in, oh, Julio, it'd be really nice, to have dancing. And my dad goes, I remember this. I'll never forget. Will, you want dancing at the wedding? And I was like, well, yeah, that'd be really nice. It'd be fun. Okay, then you'll have dancing. I was like, what? So this is my life with Will, by the way, because he is a peacemaker. He doesn't add fuel to the fire. Like sometimes you're with a partner that like loves a drama. They want you to, to tear you apart from your family. Yeah, that's like red flag city right there, by the way. This is a healthy relationship where he sees, oh my gosh, your family is so wonderful, so supportive. Wait a second, there's a problem. Let me help solve this. I know, look at your face. You're like, I am pretty awesome.
Yeah, I made your list. Look at that.
I know. So here we are now. We're fast track engagement. And Will's like, actually, before we got engaged, sorry, this is important. You wanted to move in.
Your lease was up.
My lease was coming up.
In like the fall.
September.
Yeah, September. And it was like, okay, a few months till the wedding. I was like, well, don't renew for another year. I have my own apartment. Just move in with me.
You may have mentioned moving in together before you proposed. Yes or no?
Maybe.
I think that and that's interesting. It's something that I feel like we should ask you. If I moved in with you before, would you have proposed?
Never. No.
Never.
Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Really? Are you really serious about this?
No. I would have proposed.
You would have proposed,
yes.
Though? Okay. So, he's crossing his fingers for anyone listening and not watching the YouTube. Okay.
No, but I think it was a good idea what we did where, we're already set. We're committed. We already have a date. The wedding plans were in motion. And then then you moved in. It was just a few months before.
Yeah, I moved in like a couple months before, and it was awesome, honestly. Like, it really was amazing. So, get to the wedding day. This is amazing. December 15th, 15 years ago. Like, this is like a huge deal. I can't believe 15 years have passed. It's been the best time. And I love you more today than then. Oh my God, we're making out now, you guys. What is this podcast
Turn
episode?
off the camera.
What is this becoming? So, we end up I was never nervous. I was never anxious leading up to the wedding day.
I think part of that, honestly, was the fact that we didn't have to plan the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Props to your parents. That was a huge weight off our shoulders. Like, we didn't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
And that was huge. So I think that took a lot off your shoulders. You could breathe easier.
Yes.
I mean, just had to show up at the wedding pretty much.
Okay, now this is the funniest, craziest story. On the wedding day, I am getting dressed with my beautiful wedding dress. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. And I couldn't breathe. I'll never forget. I was like, I can't catch my breath. And
And you're asthmatic.
Yeah, I was a little asthmatic. And my dad, and we're sitting together in a Rolls Royce, a classic Rolls Royce, on our way to the church in South Beach. In Miami Beach. And oh my gosh, I couldn't breathe. And I told my dad, I go, Dad, I can't breathe. And understand my dad, like, he's like, so, what's the word? I don't know. He's just very like, he's not the
intense.
Type of, yeah, he's intense. He's not the type of person to be like, to soothe anybody. He's not the soothing person. So I tell my dad, because I'm desperate. Like, I really can't breathe. So as we're in the Rolls Royce driving, and I tell him, he's like, Jackie, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. So he's like comforting me. And I'm like, oh, but I still can't breathe. I feel like the dress is too tight.
What were you thinking? Like, what was...
It's like actual wedding day. I'm on my way to the church, and now things got real. Like, things are like really freaking real.
Like, were you scared you were going to trip? Or
No. It wasn't like that. It was just like,
it
was like me. It had happened the moment I saw myself in the wedding dress. On the day of our wedding, I put it on. I was in the hotel room. I put it on. I look at myself. I go, oh shit. Like, oh my gosh.
Like, this day finally came.
This day's here. It's like a big part of, like new chapter. And so next thing you know, I swear to you, it's like the universe, divine intervention. I'm like convinced of it. Our Rolls Royce on MacArthur Causeway in Miami breaks down. Like, breaks down in the middle of MacArthur Causeway. Okay. He like pulls over to the side, and we're now on there, and I see my mom in the other car that she's in driving by with my twin, and we're like, oh no, like we're trying to call them back to come back to us, and they're like just waving goodbye. They told me later, we were stopping to take pictures. And by then I didn't have a phone. I was calling. I called you and it
I
went
had
to
like
your
a
machine.
flip phone or something.
I called flip phone. We had
Right.
beepers now. And
I'm at the church, probably at
yes.
the altar, just waiting.
You're at the altar, and I remember leaving a frantic message. I swear to you, if we still had it, it would be so gold to share that on this episode right now.
I was ready to walk out, honestly.
No, you weren't. What? I left a frantic message. I want to get married. I'm here, but I'm stuck on the MacArthur. Like, it was like this crazy frantic thing. And the guy on the Rolls Royce driver, he's like, "Oh, it's gonna take about an hour for someone else to get here." I was like, "An hour? Like, what is wrong with you people?" So I get out of the taxi. Okay, with
the Rolls Royce.
The Rolls Royce. I'm sorry. I get out of the Rolls Royce. Sorry. Thank you, babe. I get out of the Rolls Royce and I'm like, I have to wave down a taxi. And I'm in this beautiful long gown. Amsale was the designer. It was gorgeous. I still have it. Juliana wants to have it down the road if she ever gets married. No pressure. And I started like waving and people are just freaking out. You could see people like taking pictures as they're driving by. And I see a taxi and I'm like waving them down like a maniac. And this guy pulls over, thank God, right? And he's like this little, that has like a French accent, I think. And he's like, a bride. And it's like the worst French accent.
Le bride.
Le bride. Oh my gosh, I can't stop laughing. My dad gets in the taxi and my dad goes, Jackie, look at this. Look at you. He's like, everything's going to be amazing. And we can't stop laughing. And he's like, look, you can breathe now. Like, and he was so freaking
It broke
cute.
the ice or whatever, you know?
Yeah, is that it? It broke the ice. It was just...
Just made that up.
It was just amazing because I could actually breathe and it was just so funny. And I felt like, oh my gosh, we can get through anything. And so we get to the church and the photographer is there taking pictures. And he's like, oh, I'm not taking a picture of the taxi. Like, get that.
What'd you say?
And I'm like, you better take a picture of this taxi. And we have the cutest picture. I'm going to post it along with this. I have to. Because it's me in the taxi and my dad. Like,
wedding dress.
In the wedding dress. And it's just the cutest.
I'm still there wondering if you're going to show up. You know?
And I did. Okay, so here we are, wedding day. And this is what people want to hear because how are you feeling from your perspective when you see me coming down?
I was a little upset. Like I was like, she's on Cuban time again. She should have late.
By the way, that's like a forever problem, by the way. It's never gone away. No. Anyway, but then we're finally getting married. I think you cried, didn't you?
It was something that got in my eye.
Oh my God, I think he cried. It's the cutest.
No, I might have gotten emotional. But...
Okay, well, how do you feel 15 years later, Teddy Bear?
I feel amazing. I feel that, we've just gotten closer together, both, physically and emotionally. And, you're my best friend. I love, doing everything with you.
You are so cute. You're so cute. I can't stand it.
And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh my God, I can't stand. I feel like crying now. We are going on a week-long cruise to celebrate our anniversary. I'm so excited about it because we were like,
well, you're looking at renewing our vows.
Yeah, we're
doing
thinking
like
of that.
Another ceremony or something like that.
I'm just like, forget about it. I just want to party. Let's go party, and
bring the kids.
And bring the kids because the kids are just amazing little kids. They're like 9 and 11, and it's gonna be the first cruise. So that's what we're gonna do. And I hope this story inspires you to not settle for anything because, people always say this, oh my God, you're so lucky. And it's really not. I was so intentional. I never wasted a moment with the wrong person. And it led me to Teddy. And I feel like, I don't know if you mentioned it. But I really hope and wish that you guys all this holiday season, okay, you may have all the feels. You may feel lonely. You may have that faith that your person is waiting to meet you. And if you have met that person, right, make sure that you are really like honoring yourself, what you really want. Talk about the things that you really want. Be really clear. I think Will and I have made it 15 years because we are each other's best friends, like you said. We have the best time together and we talk about everything.
Yeah.
We communicate.
If there's something that bothers you, you let me know.
Like, I remember you always said to me, I can't read your mind. Please tell me everything. Because
don't assume I could read your body language. Or...
Oh, yeah. He's like, I'm dumb. He's like he went to MIT, but when it comes to, like, other things like that, he's like, oh, I don't know anything. And I feel like that has been awesome advice from you.
Yes.
So I am able to tell you, babe, why didn't you do this? Or this is what I would want you to do. And you always said, happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
I feel like you guys... 15 years married. I feel like it's an amazing accomplishment, but it has flown by. It's been so much fun. And I want you guys to find your crazy love story. And I hope this inspires you. Yes.
Happy anniversary.
I love you. You guys, let's start the new year right. I am offering a free workshop and it's interactive. So you can tell me, and I'm going to tell you the 3 fatal mistakes to avoid when you're dating. So many things, I know you guys want to find love, but a lot of ways that things that you're doing, you're in your own way. I was in my own way for years. So I realized, oh my gosh, I'm keep doing these things and I keep getting stuck in a pattern. And so show up, click below, sign up for this free workshop. It's interactive, so you could listen to this awesome, like it's going to be a workshop. So I'm going to tell you things, you're going to learn, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, aha moments. And then you can tell me, oh my gosh, this is what I've been doing in my life helped me. And you can get direct advice from me on a Zoom call. And it's awesome. I'm like so excited to connect with you.
Sounds like fun.
Babe, are you going to be there?
I'm going to sign up.
Are you going to be there, Teddy? Maybe Will should be there.
Sure.
Thank you for being here, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks, Teddy, for being here.
Anytime.